Once upon a time, in a bustling little town lived a cat named Whiskers and a rat named Squeaky. They were unlikely neighbors, living in adjacent homes. A cozy cat bed for Whiskers, and a tiny rat hole for Squeaky. Naturally, you'd expect them to be sworn enemies, but Whiskers and Squeaky were, surprisingly, friends. Well, sort of. Whiskers was a cat of leisure. His life motto was, "Why chase when you can nap?" So, unlike most cats, he had no interest in chasing Squeaky around. In fact, the effort of running after anything more than a sunbeam exhausted him. Squeaky, on the other hand, was a clever little rat with big dreams. His life goal was simple. Outwit the humans and steal the biggest cheese in town, the legendary King Gouda, that sat in the local deli. One sunny morning, Squeaky approached Whiskers with a bold proposal. "Whiskers, my dear friend," he began, "I have a plan to get the King Gouda. But I can't do it alone. I need a big, fluffy partner to create a distraction." Whiskers stretched lazily, one eye half open. "What's in it for me?" He yawned. Squeaky smiled. "You get first dibs on a spot in the sunniest window of the deli for a whole week." Whiskers perked up. The deli's window was the perfect napping spot. "Fine. But no running," he said, twitching his whiskers. The plan was set. Squeaky had all the details figured out. Whiskers would stroll into the deli, acting as casual as a cat could be. The deli owner, who adored cats, would naturally stop everything to pet him. Meanwhile, Squeaky would sneak into the back, grab the King Gouda, and escape before anyone noticed. On the day of the heist, Whiskers sauntered into the deli like he owned the place. True to Squeaky's prediction, the deli owner dropped everything to scratch behind Whiskers' ears, cooing at how fluffy and adorable he was. Whiskers purred, soaking up the attention, while Squeaky made his move. But just as Squeaky was about to grab the cheese, a small dog, the deli owner's new pet, barked. Squeaky froze. The dog lunged, and chaos erupted. "Abort mission," squeaked Squeaky, darting back and forth as the dog chased him. Whiskers, unimpressed, rolled over and yawned again, wondering why anyone would bother running so much. But then something miraculous happened. The dog slipped on a slab of ham, sending it flying into the air. In the confusion, the King Gouda rolled off the counter, straight into Squeaky's paws. He didn't need to steal it, it had practically delivered itself. Whiskers and Squeaky made a swift exit, cheese in hand, or paw, and returned home to celebrate. They split the King Gouda, enjoying their success. As they lounged in the sun, Whiskers looked at Squeaky. "You know, for a rodent, you're pretty clever." Squeaky grinned. "And for a cat, you're not half bad at standing still." From that day on, the cat and rat became known as the town's most unlikely but effective duo. They proved that sometimes, a little teamwork, and a lot of laziness, can lead to great success.